Welcome, Brendan Lawson, to another episode of Good Lies Golf. We're here. We're
Here we are.
chilling. Here we are. You got like watermelon juice or whatever the hell you're drinking over there?
Some strawberry lemonade, bro.
Oh, strawberry lemonade, but disguisingly out of the Chick-fil-A cup? You devil dog.
Not this time.
Oh, homemade.
Nope, wrong again. Just from a store. I went to a store and I bought it.
You just bought it from a store, you lazy bastard. You didn't juice the strawberries and make it all your... Okay,
Should have.
craftsmanship,
That sounds
Brendan.
amazing.
We'll get you a ninja juicer. Who wants to sponsor Brendan and get him a ninja juicer for his birthday? We're going to do that.
Sponsored by Ninja? That'd be dope.
Okay, if Ninja wants to sponsor us, guys, we're
I'll
here.
take a bullet.
Yeah, we're in there. No sponsors today, even though he's got Oakley. I got some Vans on. Adam Marr Surf Shop, though, in Montauk. Shout out to them for the dope lid. Look at this thing. I'm going to be wearing this for playing some golf. You betcha.
Oh, you betcha.
But welcome to another week, Brendan. We're here.
Thanks, man. Thanks
We
for having me.
both golfed a lot in the last 2 weeks, which is a good thing. We missed last week. Sorry there, folks. We had a couple difficulties in scheduling, but we got it back together. We're here. We watched the recap of the John Deere Classic. We watched Sepp Straka take it home, even though he was going great, on track to break 60, and then he was, had one miserable shot and
Then he
threw the whole
wasn't.
thing off, and he still won. So finished out. That's all we really need to say about that. Everybody else watched it. If you're a golfer, we get it. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
get it.
We get it.
If you're a golfer.
That's it. We got some big tournaments coming up. We'll talk about those in the next few episodes. But you got the Scottish Open coming up. You got the Barbasol. You got the Open.
Going
And
there.
Brendan's going to the Barbie. So, it's going to be a good time for old Brendan.
Gotta go on this weekend.
Mm.
Also got the early 7 a.m. Cherry Blossom 18 pack. Got to
7
open
a.m.
that
tea
up
time.
prior.
That's
Well, it's in Lexington, so we're making a day out of it. We're gonna leave Cincy probably like 5 a.m. Get down there, tee off with the early birds, play 18, and then go to the Barbie.
That's
What
epic.
else can you ask for?
Absolutely epic. So yeah, Brendan's going to the Barbie this weekend, and because he's not going to Scotland, but he is, fun fact, going to the UK to play some jizzolf.
I'm gonna be in Scotland.
in September. Oh wait, Scotland. Excuse me. Don't want to make that
I'm
mistake.
gonna be there.
Piss
Yeah.
off a bunch of people.
Dude, I'm stoked. Can't
He's
wait, man.
stoked.
That's pretty much what I'm. There's two things I was gearing up for the whole season, and one was Apple Valley, and the second, it's like the second round now. I got to get ready for Scotland, so I'm trying to tune up and get the game sharp so I can play well. Because although it'll just be amazing being there, be even better if I play all right. So
Well, didn't you shoot your best round recently? Like your best round ever, or best round in a long time recently? It was like I don't know, you just shot really well or whatever at Apple
well,
Valley. You had one really good round.
yeah, no, it wasn't my best round ever, but yeah, right before Apple Valley, I played my best round that I've played in months. So, and by a lot. So yeah, I mean, the game's coming around. It ebbs and flows. It's just waves. Mop
course.
rides the waves of life, man. That's
Ride the waves of
children's
life,
book.
man.
Children's book. I read to my son.
Brendan's been getting out there in Ohio. I'm getting out here on the eastern end of Long Island, here out in the Hamptons. As you guys know, we've said it on the podcast before. There's only 3 public golf courses here, so really you only have your choice of 3. And then I went to a private course this past weekend. Got to play at South Fork, courtesy of Zachary Grossman, our co-hoster as well, who's taking a slight sabbatical. He will be back at some point. But played with Zach and a couple of our buddies, Tommy Thor and Riley McMahon. It was a good time. Shot pretty well. Front 9 was a disaster, but I think that was my warm-up. Back 9 pretty much lit up. Felt real good on the back 9. Yeah.
What?
And
you throwing out any scores, or are you keeping those to the chest?
I shot a proud 112. And from
Okay.
South Fork
Difficult course. Yeah.
is a difficult course. It's private, and the last 4 holes were just redesigned by Gil Hans, and they're all fresh, brand spanking new greens, brand spanking new
Gilly.
everything. Yeah, so they're tough. And the greens for the last 4 holes are like 10 times as fast as the previous 12 or 13, whatever, 14 holes. So it's really different. But I played really well on that back nine.
Nice.
I'd say if I doubled a par five, I doubled 2 4s, and I doubled a par three. So like, if I didn't double those holes, if I just could have scrounged out, and really it was the part of my game. Weirdly enough, what I was spot on was with the driver. I must have hit, I don't know, 13 of 18 fairways. Like I was pretty spot
Damn. All right.
on the drive. They were dinky drives. They only went like, 200, even if
Plotting
200
along, man.
yards.
Old man golf. You're
Old
not
man
scared
golf.
to
Yeah,
do
that's what it
that.
was. I played old man golf. I didn't try to swing out of my shoes. And honestly, the driver was in control all day, which was shocking because the week before I golfed at Sag Harbor Golf Club. Driver was all over the place, in the woods. And Sag Harbor's a way easier course. It's only a 9-hole, and it's like, way more easy, way more open. So, I just felt shocked that I finally dialed in the driver. And what was weird is that my putting was good, but I was just off. It was like being Rory and you're just
You're
off
hitting
by
good
like this
putts,
much,
but they're not dropping. Yeah.
not dropping. Like they were coming so close. And then, a couple times we weren't playing gimmies. So like if it was a 3-foot
Right.
putt or 2-foot putt or 1.5-foot putt, we were putting them out.
Yeah,
So
you got to knock it down.
got to knock it in. And because we were playing, on the back nine, we were playing for a little cash show.
Oh, I was
We were
going to
getting
ask. I was going to
$5
ask.
a hole on the back nine. So we were kind of going after it.
What was it, like a little match play, like two-sums, or was it?
Well, so the Sag Harbor course, we went with my buddy Chef Petty, who we always talk about. We always shout out on the podcast.
Yeah.
Chef.
The
He's
chef.
the sous chef at Atlantic Golf Club, which is a nice big private club out here. And he gets to play with like, or not play, but like he gets to like see all these guys. Like he had DJ Khaled roll through, Michael Strahan the other day. Like he's got all these like big ass, names that come through there to play golf. And he's cooking for all these guys. They all have specialty meals, what they want. So he's like their chef essentially every time they go play.
That's ill.
That's badass. And he's super talented. Shout out to Petty. The best guy you could talk to spirit wise when you're on the golf course. He's always trying to be positive, always talking about like the next shot, doing this. He's always cracking jokes, very lighthearted. He's in the clubhouse chatting up all the guys that work there. Like he's just a good dude to be around on the golf course. Brings the vibe. But we play with him and my buddy Tommy Thor, who I've been playing with more recently. This is only my 4th round all year. So that was the 4th round. But me and Tommy had played and we were like, you know what, let's do the back nine. Let's do all 3 of us heads up against each other and no handicaps because we all play basically the same score. We all kind of similar. So Anthony's probably actually even got more game than both of us now, but he beat us. Anthony beat us straight up on like a few holes, but then I got 1 hole on Tommy. And then, so we were playing like if it pushed, nobody owed anybody anything. So it's like, we were playing an easy back nine, but it was fun. And we had some beers after and it was a good time. But yeah, so that was fun. That was at Sag Harbor Golf Club. That was the local, Muni course, basically the state owned golf course.
Any 6 shots that come out of that though?
Honestly, we had a couple really sick. Yeah. I mean, there was one shot, I can remember that went like, I don't know, 3 feet from the pin. So there was a couple nice like zingers that we had, and I dropped a fat putt. I dropped a long putt, which was great. And it was to save the hole too. So it felt good.
It's like, why can't you do that when you have a birdie chance though,
Yeah, never. No, it's never that. It's always to tie for a 6 or something. It's never like, something significant, but that was fun. And then we went to South Fork with Zach and Riley and Tommy the next week and we golfed and it was great. And a couple of flashes of brilliance because that's how I golf, inconsistent as hell, but flashes of brilliance. So, I was getting that one good shot. Oh, it rolled up on the green. But my favorite shot that I can distinctly remember is I was out like basically almost OB in the shits, like sticks, branches, high grass, like the worst lie you could ever think of. And
not a good lie.
I hit a magical pitching wedge out of this somehow. And it went right on the green, rolled right up. I mean, it was just like pulled that shot right out of my ass. I don't know how I did it, but that was
Oh yeah.
that was the shot of the day for me that like impressed me. And then I had
Did
a
you make
great
the putt?
drive. No, of course not. I probably 3-putted it, but that carried my momentum.
Yeah.
But on that course, I parred a hole or two if I can remember, and bogeyed a couple. So like, I didn't play bad. And then the back nine, I actually lit it up. So it wasn't
Oh
a
yeah.
bad day. But South Fork's beautiful. Like I said, they just redid the last 4 holes. Beautiful design. And it was a good day out there. It was just a lot of fun. It's a private club, so they give you the towels, and you
Yep.
get the tea. It's like you feel good doing the experience, and I don't get to do it often, so it's nice
Yeah.
to.
They're like, oh, you suck at golf. You
Why is
lost
this
13
guy here?
balls. You shot a 112. Here's a warm hot towel.
Yeah, and we're
Warm
with
hot.
Zach,
You
who's
like
like,
that? Here's a warm hot towel.
yeah, and then when I'm with Zach, who's like under par golfer, so it's like, the pros are all looking at me like, why are you taking this idiot out today? Like, are you giving him lessons? Like, what's the deal? Um,
Yeah.
no, but they're all great guys at South Fork, and shout out to all of them. Joe Gonzalez, Pepe behind the bar there. They're all the shit,
Zach's
and they
like
all listen to the pod, so they love us here, and we love them. So good guys
Zach's
down
like
there.
got you as part of like a Big Brother program.
Yeah, yeah. Secretly, I don't know this, but they've all like punished Zach, and that's their punishment to Zach. Like he lost a bet and he has to take me out, and that's like his punishment. So I think that's what's actually happening. Um,
That's
but yeah.
hilarious. So
Anyway,
how do you
good
play?
time, a lot of fun, and it was great. And then we're going to your round, so you went and got some golf in with Gilman, our buddy Gilman, and he's a legend to bring on the golf course as well. He's always a good
Well,
time.
dude, I wanted to know, how did Zach play?
He played all right. He didn't shoot like his best score, but he had a lot of brilliant shots and a lot of great recover shots and a lot of like he had some flashes of wisdom in that are just like when he hits it and it's sailing in the air like that and it's just going dead center. It's just like a marvel to look at, to be honest. It's like
Yeah,
it's impressive. It's like you're
just
watching.
literally throwing darts.
Yeah. Oh my God. When he's on and he's throwing darts, like it's a beauty to watch. But it was a good day. It was fun out there, and just taking all our minds off the world and just zoning into some golf for a little while. That's what it's all about. And we've all been working
Oh yeah.
working our asses off lately and working hard. And we're like, you know what? This was our day to kind of just relax and take it in. And it's exactly what it was. And that's what golf does for all of us. And I think that's why we are so tied and connected to this game, is because it's that one place you can step out and feel at peace. Like all our girlfriends and wives and everybody's like looking at like everybody that's attached to a partner or whatever. They're all, oh, why does my
Watch your
partner love
mouth.
golf? You know, why does my partner love golf so much? It's like, because it's peaceful serenity. It's like you go out there for a few hours and you can kind of just melt out for a little and take in the nature and you know, kind of just be easy.
It's serenity for some and hell for others.
Yeah, maybe it's hell for others. I don't know, but yeah, I just I feel like that's my one place where I can kind of just melt. Is on the golf course. I can, crack one beer and just kind of sip on it, feel good driving around. Well, we walked actually both times, so I shouldn't say driving, but and it was hard, man. Playing that course to walk it. It's not like super long like Montauk is. It's not like in the seven
Yeah,
thousands or whatever, but it's still a decent sized course to walk, and it's hilly, and it's
dude.
got some.
If you don't walk golf courses often, I mean, it's a workout, but I love it. I think I play better when I do typically. I don't know what it is. Like I kind of become, I don't know. I just feel like I'm actually fucking golfing. Like
100%. You feel like you're a pro. You're like, oh,
yeah,
oh yeah, I got the
you're
bag. I'm
thinking
walking
about
with the
like
bag.
every shot as you're walking up to it, and
Yeah,
getting a lay of the land, and you're
I'm
like
Ricky Fowler right
thinking
now.
your way through. Yeah, it's fucking awesome. Speaking of Ricky Fowler, it's old, so obviously you've probably seen it, but that old commercial like crept up Ricky Fowler going undercover as a caddy. You ever see
Oh
that?
yeah, yeah, so funny.
Dude, that
Yeah,
shit is so funny.
yeah. Ricky's been putting out some fire lately. I mean, and he's been winning, man. You got to give
Dude,
the guy some credit.
he's
He's been playing great
balling.
golf. He won. The whole golf world was cheering for him. But anywho, you went out there with Gilman. What course did you play?
Oh, we we got out to Elks, man. It
Elks fun.
was
We talk about it all the
oh
time.
dude, they're putting some work into it. It's they've upped the price. I'm not sure. I love Elks. I don't want to call them out, but I'm not sure that the price is where it should be right now. It's just the way that certain parts of the course are.
Right.
But I see where they're going, and I can
Sure.
see, like, once I played there, I was like, damn, I could see this being within the next year fire again.
Yeah. Yeah.
The greens are unbelievable. The approaches are looking really nice. It's really about getting everything else, like the tee box. Some of the tee boxes they're repairing, and you can see those coming back. But dude, the conditions were unbelievable. We lucked out. Like, we were both talking, saying, trying to figure out for a few days, like, if we were going to be able to make it happen. We were looking at the weather on Saturday, and we just got lucky. I called. I got a 1 p.m. tee time, and we were checking the radar, and it was like rain, 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 rain. But I could see a little window, and I was like, dude, I don't know. I think, like, about the time we tee off, it's going to stop raining. I think we'll be good for the rest of the round, and it's going to pick up again, like, about when we should be finishing. I kid you not. That's exactly what happened. And we hit this window perfectly, and it was, sun was shining, and it was perfect day. It wasn't too sloppy or anything like that.
So you're
And
gonna pick up a
yeah.
background in meteorology next. You're gonna go back to school for meteorology.
Dude, Plymouth is one of the best in the nation, I'm pretty sure, but
Oh, I had no
maybe
idea.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not. I made that shit up.
Sounded good though, man.
Hey,
Shout out to
it's
Plymouth
up by the
State, New
mountains,
Hampshire. Sounded real
Mount
good when he
Washington.
said it.
So
Endorsed by
yeah,
Brendan Lawson. He's not endorsed. We don't get
there
any
you go.
money from Plymouth State.
No, but
We
I'll
wish.
endorse you.
We owe them money actually still,
Yeah,
or I do.
probably. Yeah, probably. I still have my I think their, like, newsletter still goes to my parents. They've been telling me every time I get it, I need to change my address. I'm like, why? It goes right here. I still got it.
Yeah, I still got it's
Like,
here.
yeah,
You know what
it
cracks me
makes
up
its way to me.
is they send you those alumni letters with like, oh, donate for our new gym, and you're like, are you fucking kidding me? I still owe $40,000. Where do you think I'm gonna pull this out of my ass? Like, why don't you take off some of this debt or lower my APR, and then we will talk about me donating once it's all paid off.
That's hilarious. Yeah, speaking of which, yeah, I'll get back to the Elks round, but Jeff, so he just went up to Bush's wedding, and they had it in, I think, Concord, New Hampshire,
Oh, nice,
so
yeah,
just
the
south, right?
capital.
Yeah, and he said that he actually went out and played. So remember the course right next to Plymouth? It was White Mountain.
Yeah, we went there. That was my first time ever playing
Yeah.
a real golf course, I think.
So that place apparently got bought out by another course that's, like, just down the highway, Owl's Nest,
Hmm.
and that place is, like, freaking legit, really nice. So they're, like, revamping White Mountain now, but I guess Jeff went out and played Owl's Nest and said it was just unbelievable,
That's
just
great.
beautiful up in the mountains, and yeah, he said it was awesome.
You gotta love that, man. When you find a good course, and I'm sure it's very reasonably priced being up in New Hampshire, everything is. At least if you're from Mass like he is, or from New York like we are, or even in Ohio, shit, it's cheaper in New Hampshire. But
Yeah,
it's yeah, that's great. And so where
yeah,
did you go with you went to Elks with Gilman and then you
yeah,
shot
dude, it
how'd you shoot?
was man, dude, I started off, well, I actually didn't start off too great. No, I shot a double on the first hole, but I hit a great drive. Just kind of, my short game let me down the entire day. But my point is like, I actually started off the front nine. I shot a 43, and I had a double on one and a double on nine. So I was playing pretty good golf. And then, yeah, my short game just went to shit even more on the back nine. I still hit the ball really well. I was stoked about that, put myself in great positions, and I kept turning, birdie opportunities to bogeys and, shit like that. So,
Yeah. And
um,
that's tough too. Like it's always the one where you get a nice shot and then you're coming up and that next shot is dog crap. You're like, oh,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
such a
And
slap in the
especially
face
with, like,
sometimes.
how much I've been struggling with, off the tee game, I actually hit it fairly well. So I
Mm,
was, putting myself in a bunch of, really good opportunities and just kind of kept shit in the bed.
yeah.
But the positive is, the opportunity to have a good low round was there. I kind of missed it, but still, I guess I shot 91, but I basically doubled the entire back nine.
91.
So
That's dude,
yeah,
91 solid. If I could shoot a 91 right now, I'd be hyped.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm stoked with how I hit the ball, but like I said, I probably lost, you know, 6 strokes just like on the
Careless stuff.
green alone or around the green.
And
Yeah,
you can't help with careless stuff. Like it's just that's just your mentality for the day. Like that's just you're gonna have to work on the mechanics. Go back to the range, go
yeah,
back to the shop, go back to the garage, and just work it out. You know,
dude. I
that's the
mean,
key.
this like we were talking. I mean, it's just ebbs and flows, man. It's just all waves because one day you're striping your driver in your woods and hitting good iron shots, but you're duffing chips and blowing by putts. The next
Right.
time out, you can't hit the ball in the fairway, but every time you're on the green, you're knocking down a 13-footer for double bogey. Right?
Right. And then you're
You
hyped. You're
know,
like, oh yeah.
yeah,
But then you look at the scorecard, you're like, oh.
yeah. You're like, fucking A, dude.
But you
Why
know
is it
what though? That's
means
the
nothing?
good part of golf. Like that's what draws us back is that one good shot, like we said. And really what separates men from the boys in good golf is consistency. That's literally the
Oh,
key.
yeah,
Like everybody can get lucky and hit a great golf shot, or everybody can not everybody, but most people can like sit there and get good contact one or two times in a round
yeah,
and get good shots. But it's really that if you can not top it or like chunk it or do one of those mistakes in the round, that's when you know your game's really starting to improve. Or that's when I noticed my game,
yeah,
from shooting 130s a couple of years ago to like now I'm shooting, I've only played a 4 rounds this year. My average is probably like a 110. So I'm not like
yeah.
mad at myself because I'm not back to where I was from square one, but it feels good to know that I'm improving. And then like, okay, the next time I play, I'm not chunking it. I'm not topping it. I'm just getting clean
Right.
contact. It might not go far. It might go a little left or a little right, but at least I'm not like botching the initial contact
Yeah.
shot to
Your
get it off
miss
the
your
ground.
misses are smaller, right? Like
Exactly.
your miss hits are smaller. Um, yeah, for sure. And to your point, like I know I'm getting better and my stroke getting better because I although I only shot a 91 and I had a bunch of mistakes like in and around the green, I didn't lose a ball the whole round. So like
Right.
I was hitting the ball well, and then I was just fucking up, where it really matters and counts when you're trying to go low. But
Right.
dude, that course, it's looking awesome. I had a blast with Gilman. That kid is hilarious. We bounce off each other pretty well, which is fun. But yeah, he hit some nice beauties. I think he had a on the third hole. It's a long par 5. If you hit a decent drive, you probably have like a just over 200-yard shot. I think he was hitting his third. He hit a decent drive, but he like didn't. I don't know. He probably hit like another 100-yard shot his second, so he didn't get all of it. Um, Probably had about a 180 shot. I think he hit like a 7 wood out of the rough and put it to I don't know 15 feet or something like that, like with water, short and right off the green. Um, but it was a pretty cool shot. And then yeah, I don't know, man.
What I remember about
Talking,
him is that he would always swing right out of his shoes. When I played with him those times, he was
he
swinging
lets it
hard.
rip, dude.
He swings hard. Yeah, I
He
remember
lets
that.
it
He's got
rip,
a
man.
hard swing.
It's fun playing with him because I mean, not that like I'm a veteran golfer by any means. I have a little bit more experience than him, but like I haven't been playing a whole much longer. Like at least not like dedicated,
Right,
playing.
right.
But this is his second year, and I mean, you can see his improvement and stuff like that, which is really cool. But it's just fun to like kind of see that evolution,
Oh yeah.
being out
I
there with
mean,
them and
yeah. It's great watching your friends become better at golf, not when you're betting against them playing skins or something, but like it's good to like
yeah,
see when your buddies
fuck
are getting
them.
better cuz as you start playing, it really is about how much you play. It really is. Unless you were just born gifted as a great golfer cuz some are, you're
Yeah,
not you got to it's a game that you have to sit there and work on every day consistently to put up any kind of decent score. And we always talk about it like are we too hard on ourselves when we get mad like, oh, I didn't shoot a whatever, oh, I'm mad about it? Like we can't be because we're really not investing x amount of time like other people are
yeah.
investing x amount of time. And it's hard to because golf's a long game. Like Joe Rogan famously says he never wants to get into golf because he knows he would love it, but he doesn't have the time to do it because nobody has
Right, right,
three
right.
four
It's
hours on
addicting.
a Saturday to go out and do stuff. Like it's hard to find that time.
If you
um,
have like any competitive nature, you'll get addicted to golf for sure.
Right, because it's just you, like Paul was saying, like we had Paul Anacone on. It's just you and the ball. There's no
Yeah.
variables. There's no
It's like,
defense.
why the
There's
fuck can't
no
I hit this
right.
where I
There's
want it to go?
yeah. It's just you and the ball. And if you can't hit the ball, that's on you. Like you're harsh on yourself. So all these athletes who are so powerful or athletic or so strong or they have this strong will, it's like they go and play golf and they get their ass kicked mentally because they're shooting shots, they're duffing putts, they're doing everything bad, and they're like, oh, getting mad at themselves. It's so funny when I see athletes or I play with athletes and they're not good at golf because they absolutely get way angrier than the normal layman
Yeah.
who's like not there to be athletic. He's there to just like have a beer and play some golf with
Right.
his buddies. It's a totally different
Right.
scenario.
Oh yeah. I know. I totally get that. That's like how I feel with fucking Madden, playing Madden against kids that have never played football and just getting tore up. Just
Getting
like, oh
worked.
my God, that pisses me off so much. But dude, it's such a, I don't know, man. It's just such a fun game. Like I'm thinking now. I mean, you have me like thinking back to that round, and just finding confidence in my swing and feeling good about how I was playing. Like I didn't have much thought in that first 9 holes. That's why I was playing so well. Like I was just
Right.
stepping up. Everything felt good. Like I had a nice rhythm. And like even I managed the round pretty well for how poorly I played around the greens. Like I hit the right shots. I put the ball in the right place, and so like it was fun in that sense. I didn't take a whole lot of unnecessary risks, but I did take a risk here and there. I mean, like
Right.
even that shot on 7 that I threw that post up. Um, I mean, that was a long iron over water, hadn't keeping the ball under the tree. And I don't know. I just felt confident stepping up and hitting it. It worked out enough, but
And those are the shots that you feel really good about because you're like, ooh, that could have been bad. But
oh yeah. I
that
mean,
could have been bad.
if like I bailed myself out on it, like, I mean, you can see the ball lands on the, short left half of the green, which actually, once you get up there, it's a longer green than you think. So it's actually middle tier and like left. But if I had flared that out even a touch, like, that creek runs in front and then off to the right, and that bridge is over top. So, like, you flare it out to the right, you're fucked. You leave it short, you're fucked. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
once
tough.
it landed green and was safe on water, I was happy as fuck.
Yeah, that's epic. So you had a good day. We had good games of golf, everything money. We secured it. And now that we're playing more, you're playing a lot, I'm playing more. Like
Yeah,
we're gonna start getting back into this summer swing. And then I think by the end of summer, we come back at the end of August here, recap on all of our successes. I think we're gonna find that, you know, we're shooting lower, baby. I think we're in there. We're gonna be shooting some
we
lower
got to be
scores.
trending. We
We
got
gotta
to
be
be trending
trending.
up or
I'm
or
trending. I
down.
mean, I've
We're
been
talking
trending.
golf.
What was crazy is that I shot better at South Fork, which is a 10 times harder course, than I shot at Sag Harbor. So that to me was big progress. I shot
For sure.
worse on a shorter 9-hole double repeat than I shot on a much harder, much larger, much more undulated course. And it felt good. That felt good. Like just shooting 2 strokes better on
Oh
that
yeah.
course than I did felt great. Um,
Yeah, especially if it's a much harder course, because
yeah.
then I would
So
argue, not
And I
that
played
you
from the
actually can
tips.
do
We
this,
played from the
but
tips
yeah.
at that course. We didn't play from the whites. We played from the tips. So
Ooh, the
it was
tassels.
it was full blown. Because when we're playing with Zach, obviously, we we're playing that was good. When we're playing with Zach, obviously he's going to play from the tips, but he doesn't expect me to. He always offers and says, "Oh, if you want to play from the
Right,
white."
right.
But that day I was just like, we were all playing the same, and we were just like, all right, cool, we'll all play from the tips. And it's not the tips like you're playing for Montauk, but it's still it's far back for a guy who has a fucking 30 something handicap. So it's if that's even a
A
handicap number.
180 driver. Yeah.
Yeah, for a 180 driver average range, I'm you know, uh not the kind
What's
of guy
like
who
the
should be
worst
playing from the tips.
situation? You ever run into a situation where you're standing on a tee box and you're like, hey, like, yeah, all right, hey, Zach, what's the yardage here to get over the heather to the fairway? And he's
I don't
like,
even have people tell me that.
180.
Yeah, no, I don't even have them tell me because
Like,
I know
fuck.
it's bad if I hear it. Like And that's what
Do
we
you get
did
to a
one
point where
time.
you just can't even use driver?
No, we talked about this one time when we went to my buddy Tommy, who I was golfing with this weekend, Tommy's bachelor party. We went to Lake of Isles, which is a really nice golf course at the casino
The
in
casino, yeah.
Connecticut. And it's at Mohegan Sun. And we went there and we played from the tips like a bunch of morons. Like those are pro tips. Like those are like the black tips. Like, you know, they're farthest back, even past the blue
Yeah.
and the whites or whatever the hell it is. And those are like the pro tips. And I couldn't get a shot over any of the grasses because it's Connecticut golf. So it's all like high
Yeah.
grasses for fucking 200 yards and you have to clear all that.
Connecticut style.
Yeah. So it's, you know, like it's just a joke. I got smoked on like every hole. And then we finally realized towards the end, like how far back we were playing. We're like, oh shit, we're supposed to be playing way up there. That makes way more sense. So
You go to the pro shop. Hey, we didn't realize we were teeing off on the wrong tees. We get us 18 holes again.
yeah, I almost asked actually. I almost asked for a refund.
Could we have refund?
Yeah. But anywho, we both had some great rounds of golf. We have the Barbasol coming up. Brendan's going to the Barbasol. Before he talks about what that experience is like briefly before we get out of here, I just wanted to bring up the Scottish Open, the Genesis. Got some notable groups going on in here. You got Fitzpatrick, you got Cantlay in the same group. You got McIlroy and Schauffele and Thomas in one group. You got Spieth, Fleetwood, and McIntyre in one group. You got Scheffler, Hovland, and Lowry in one group. And then you got Fowler, Clark, and Hatton in one group. So you got a bunch of serious groups together. That's going to be a good. Yeah. That's going to be a good friggin' starting day.
Good for the people going to watch that because that's just star after star, man.
Yeah, that's going to be a good.
Literally tournament. Just pick a spot and you're going to see a star-studded threesome.
Well, this is the time where they go early, you know, like they're going to go early and spend the next 2 weeks. They're going to skip
weekend.
Yeah, they're going to skip. They're going in a week early just so they can play those courses around there, get used to the link style, get used to the, you know, what's up there and figure it out before the Open. But to jettison to the Barbasol, that's going to be at Keene Trace Golf Club in Kentucky. So what's the game plan? Give us the quick rundown before we get out of here. What's your schedule looking like?
Real quick though, I just thought of this. We got to think of something like this. When I go to Scotland, I have 4 rounds teed up already. We should do like an over under, I don't know, something like that.
Oh, we're gonna do an over under poll on yours.
Yeah, anyways, anyways, dude, yeah. So going to the Barbie, right now, you know, if anyone out there wants to join, we got a threesome at the moment, so we're looking to add another. We're going to Cherry Blossom. We're going to leave Cincy around like 5, get there at 7 a.m., hit 18 and hit Barbie. Make it a day, but dude, that place is cool. You know, it's underrated because it's a smaller tournament. There's not as big names, but you still got some guys out there. You got Taylor Pendrith, you know, Harry Higgs is out there. I hope to see the big rig playing on Sunday.
Hopefully he doesn't take his shirt off.
Yeah, exactly. I hope he does. That'd be
only
dope.
At the waist management. Only at the waist management.
Yeah. It's not happening again. I don't think. I'm pretty sure they got a little slap on the wrist. But dude, last year was epic, man. I went there with the Big Bear, Cody, and we played 18. And then went to the Barbie, got there at like noon, and we followed the main group, the whole back 9, sped up on those last couple holes, got ahead of them, got to 18, and we watched Trey Molinex drill a long birdie putt to win
right?
it.
Yeah, that's awesome. And that was his first big win, right?
Yeah, it punched his ticket into the Open, which was sick.
Yeah.
So
epic.
We could be watching a little bit of history down there.
Hey, man. Well, we hope you bring your phone and get a little couple vids for the boys here also. Hopefully get some
absolutely, filmage. Man. We're going to have ourselves a day.
Perfect.
Yeah, we're trying to make that a thing. They got a little contract down there at Keene Trace for another couple years. So we're trying to make that a thing.
Maybe
year.
I make the next one. Next summer I'm coming out there.
Oh, yeah? I think we might try Kearney Hills next year, which is another, real nice little epic spot down there in Lexington. So.
Nice. Yeah, a lot of good golf in the Kentucky and Ohio areas, you know. A lot of good golf.
A lot of good golf, man.
A lot of cheap golf too. Inexpensive for what it is.
Wow.
You get a lot of bang for your buck. Like you get nice courses for very little compared, you know, obviously compared to like what you pay at like Bethpage or what you pay at friggin' out of state I'm talking about. Or like what you pay at, you know, places in California or Utah or Colorado. It's like very priced. It's priced affordably for what it is.
For sure. Yeah, there's some places it's kind of like, I don't know. It's, in a little black book somewhere, but basically, I guess they have like this silent language. You just show up at the pro shop, you shake their hand and stare them in the eyes. And you just keep doing that until they press the enter button on the register, and then they just hand you a receipt. You should try it.
Let me know how that works out for you.
You should try
film that actually next time you do that.
Try that out.
Yeah.
See if it works. I heard it works. You get a free 18. So
free 18. So
and range balls.
So you get a free 18 and range balls at any golf club in America. So long as you go in, you shake the pro shop guy's hand really firm, you look him dead in the eyes until he just gives you
stare.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. There's your advice from Brendan Lawson. And I think that's another episode of Good Lies Golf. I think we're wrapped. I think that's going to do it for us for this week. Unless there's
going to do it.
There's anything you'd like to add, Brendan? Forever hold your peace, because we're pretty much done.
I probably shouldn't talk anymore, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, you smell. What? I can smell you through the video.
That's fair. Yeah.
Well,
I should probably stop eating out of the cat litter box.
You probably should, and you should probably go shower. That's probably what you should go do.
I do need one of those, to be honest.
All right, man. I'll see you next week. We're out here. Enjoy the Barbie, and give us some vids for this weekend, baby. Let's out.
Oh, yeah. We're going shaving, bro.
All right, man. Be easy.
Later, man.